So finally we can actually set sail.
Well met.
I'm ready to sail right now, Captain.
Right then, weigh anchor, men. It's back to open waters for the likes of us.
And thus the Midnight Rose embarked for the fabled port of Kalimshan. For days the trade winds filled our sails and bore us south, till we reached our halfway point amidst the tropical isles of Nelanther. 'Twas there that the tempers of our guests began to fray, and 'twas there that I saw fit to bring them both into my quarters, where they could settle their disputes away from prying eyes and ears.
Salutations.
Ah, the salt air. The roll of the waves beneath your feet. The shore's a good place to spend your money, friend, but the sea be a better place to earn it. Hey, have you seen the captain this morning? Normally he's up here sharing his pipe with me.
Is that a euphemism for something? Polly likes statues. Hi, Polly. Polly's the name. What do you want? I'll see if he has anything interesting to say about anything. Interesting stories about the captain. Captain Alan Tree, master and chief, always a gentleman, sometimes a thief. First mate. Nizar's the mate. He's dependable sort. When the captain goes wenching, he holds down the fort. Boatswain. A loader of boats and a leader of men. Martins gets drunk again and again. Okay, what about the cabin boy? He's never seen Invisible Williams is his name. Without him on board, we'd have no one to blame. Passengers. So, nothing really useful. Sailor's niche.
Hey, Unia, have you heard the commotion? Captain's got our 2 passengers in his cabin to settle some dispute. Suspicious, no?
I'll listen in at the door.
Thanks. If you're deaf as a post, then go find a cop from the mess hall to aid you. I've been getting the shakes just trying to figure out what to do with all this. I've been listening to too many of Martin's stories, that's all.
Okay. We can remain stealthy easily enough, but I have 0 skill in listening. Do I have a cup? I've been picking up all sorts of crap already. I know there's a cup somewhere, but I'm not sure if I ever picked it up or bought it. No. If I actually have to use it somehow, I suppose not. Let it see now.
Captain, you don't understand.
Captain Allandry.
Master Madani brought it aboard. If you wish to purchase it from him, name a price.
Rahman Madani.
I know that you're competing with all the collectors of Kalimshan.
But it doesn't belong to him. Okay, is there something actually happening there, or what? Can I use the cup somehow? I'll talk to you.
Greetings and well met.
Okay. Put the cup to the door. The discussion is an angry one. Apparently some dispute regarding Rashman Madani's statue. Listen closely.
I've asked you nicely. Now give me the statue or face the consequences. Slow down, lass. There be no need to make things worse than they already are. See, the captain, in this wisdom, knows I have the right of things. The statue is mine.
Okay, this goes too fast for me to read these out aloud. They're arguing about who owns the goddamn statue. And the missus is throwing threats around. Sahuagin. I think she petrified the wizard, killed the captain.
Wait, Julia, I'm sorry. I need that statue and I need this ship to carry it. Captain Allen really shouldn't have spoken up and made such a mess of things.
Why are you doing this?
I have my reasons and my goddess has hers. Please, don't try to fight what you can't understand. This statue doesn't belong in the Museum of Kalimshan any more than it did in the Anorak Desert.
I don't like my options. We can say this isn't like you, but I don't know this woman. I have no idea what's like her. Or you're nothing but a cold-hearted murderer, which is also seems like a silly thing to say. Let's go with the it's not like you. Simply because the other seems like it could be trying to agitate the situation further. Clearly we're outnumbered, so it seems like fighting is a silly thing to try at this point.
I know, and I'm sorry. Desperate times call for desperate measures, they say. Sahuagin, grant this sailor a kinder fate. Maroon her on yonder island. I've been a long time away, and we must make a port at once.
At least we didn't get shipwrecked, so that's something. Well, the module isn't over yet, so fingers crossed.
Aye,
Maybe we have time to
'tis true,
shipwreck.
I died that day, and this tale be but an haunting. There be those what lived and drifted into shore, bruised and battered, burnt up by the salt and sun. Marooned in paradise they were, for all the good it did them.
So, good thing I spent all my money on equipment. My main problem with this is that we get to keep the gold, so it's another newbie trap potentially at least. We might get it back later, who knows. But I always dislike this. I think you should have just taken the gold away too while you're at it. There's unlikely to be a shopkeeper, so it could be not necessarily an oversight by the designer, but they don't give a shit because they know you can't spend the gold, so why bother taking the gold away? Polly the parrot. What? Whale on the beach, whale on the beach. Where are we? Like the parrot is gonna know. Wait. This little slice of tropical paradise could be yours for the price of a roll of the dice. Inventory is low, so you must buy now. Transportation not included. Okay, do you see what happened to my equipment? Some things float and some things sink. All the good stuff is in the drink. Okay, I'm gonna need a weapon. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will... never mind. Any other survivors? Unlikely, or very unlikely. What happened to the Rose? Well, I assumed they ditched us and just continued on. That's a stupid question. Surely I would have seen. Okay, let's go, parrot. Holly flew all the way here while you simply floated. I'm tired and sore while you're just soggy and bloated. This pretty bird is ready for bed. Holly's boat goes for the cave up ahead. Why does it have to be a rhyming bird? Driftwood might be able to provide us with a weapon at least. The driftwood is sudden and wet, but a sturdy branch, bone dry, seems to have risen above the tide line. Tinder. Sturdy stick. It's basically a... We can use it as firewood and a club. Apparently we're in more desperate need of a weapon. I think the dry wood is limiting, or tinder is limiting our amounts of rests we can do. Yeah, we need a fire pit to light it. This is a reasonable and clever way to limit the amount of resting we can do. I'm not sure if that's how it's actually used in this, but that's how it should be used. Very hostile to mages though, that kind of a thing. Warriors don't need to rest that much. But a shitty caster or some kind of a multi-classing caster would be basically screwed if they can't rest more. You spy a good sized stone at the base of this weathered boulder. So we have a stone. Unlimited uses. Quite sure what they're trying to get at. Can I light the tinder with it or what? You hold the heavy rock in your hand, wondering what you might be able to do with it. Start a fire, tie a stick to it with leather strips to create a maul. So a tool, shatter the rock into sling bullets. Or basically start a fire, create a weapon or a tool and make bullets. I'll keep the rock for now. I might have a use for any one of those. Papery tatters trail from this palm tree's grassy husk. Fluttering in the warm ocean breeze, you suspect they'd make good tinder. Sailor's niche. Troglodytes. I don't recall what troglodytes are in this setting. There's some sort of a cave-dwelling shitty opponent, I think. But I really don't recall any of the details. They're very infrequently used. Cure moderate seasickness. It's basically a simple heat potion. Squid tentacle. Entangle. Off the map, a pirate's guide to stand-up comedy. Not as funny as the back cover led you to believe. Doubt there's much use for that, but we'll see. Ooh, a grey ooze. I want to see if I can sneak attack an ooze. Naturally not, though. Immediately critical hits. I'm not sure fighting it makes any sense. It also has true seeing, so sneaking is pretty worthless. I mean, I can probably kill it, but it's not gonna be easy unless I have a sling or something. And even then, it's just a waste of ammo mostly. There's some medicinal herbs here. Troglodytes. Yeah, they're pretty much worthless as far as I'm concerned. We might not be able to bait the ooze, but we can probably bait troglodytes at least somewhat. Rubble. Small shard of flint. Provided you can find some tinder and a proper fire pit, this should make starting a fire a breeze. You have to get out of the beat before the ooze arrives here. Potion of heal. It isn't an actual heal, I mean the heal spell heal. Or is it just a healing potion? It is an actual heal. Full life, that's a life worth 1,000 gold alone. Crocodiles. Okay.
You breathe your last.
I'm pretty sure the grey ooze is not gonna give a crap about the troglodytes. So we don't want to go to any kind of a serious situation while it's still here. It just make things worse for ourselves. So do I just fight with it? Armor class is terrible, everything is terrible, so I really don't want to fight it. Crocodiles are weak enough that that might be doable. Four. I'm gonna try to backstab it. I'll get a single shot at the face. Do we fail? Yeah, this is not good. I can't do multiple enemies of this quality at the same time. So we probably should fight the ooze. I'm not sure if it's gonna go our way or not, but it seems like it's not giving up the chase.
You breathe your last.
We're very close to a level up. 4. This glob of smelly ichor sticks to your fingers as you handle it. You wonder if it has any particular use. We can probably use it like glue then. But it's pretty much a guessing game what we can actually do with it. Ichor sticks to your... okay. Douse a short stick with it to make a torch. Douse a long stick with it to make a double-ended torch. Could be used as a weapon, so a sword. Well, it's good to know that the option is there. Tire bore. 4, yeah, we're not sticking our nose there. I think our best bet is to simply go to the caves. We need equipment of any kind. Proper equipment. The current weapon I have is not a good weapon. Grey oozes. They can definitely see me, so sneaking around with these guys is not gonna do any good. Why is this even a thing? Can't move. Darts. Bull strength. Wine. Well, the darts are not bad. It's my only range weapon at the moment. They're gonna follow me. They are. There. Killing them makes is much easier. But we need to fight in a fire pit of sorts. I'm pretty sure it makes the most sense to go where we initially started. That's the likeliest place to find an easy place to go. It might have a couple of troglodytes, but I'm sure we can handle that. Might also have some basic armor too. And I could use a rest. Rogue or an assassin? Uncanny Dart retains dexterity bonus to armor class even if flat-footed. Ghostly Visage as spell. That's actually very good at this stage. Fortitude savers poison. The Ghostly Visage alone is worth this. An actual spell-like ability. Duration is probably my assassin levels or character level, not sure which. Immunity to first level spells, damage reduction versus a lot of damage versus non-magic weapons. Polly found resting place. Okay, what's that in the corner? Resting place, resting place. Polly found someone's final resting place. Check the bones, boss, check the bones. Are you sure it's safe? Nope, not sure at all. Beats some fire in the fire pit, boss. Okay. Let's get some sleep. Yeah, I'm going to put down the fire. Could you fucking stop? I'm trying to go in there. Survivor's Journal. Journal entry, day 1. Stormriven. The Widow's Promise foundered on unseen shoals during the night, tearing her asunder. I somehow managed to find shore amidst the tumult of the waves and am now stranded on this forsaken isle. Day 2. Beset by wild boars. I've been unable to find a safe place to rest. I've been able to procure a stout stick from amongst the driftwood and beat them off at least. I even managed to kill one, though I dare not eat the meat raw. I need to find a safe place to rest and build a fire. I see a great pillar of smoke across the shark-infested bay, but I can find no means of getting there. Even so, it is reassuring to think that perhaps another sailor of the Widow's Promise has survived. Day 3. I discovered a small cave inhabited by strange land-dwelling jellyfish. Their touch stings quite ferociously, leaving a bright red welt. Luckily, I was able to club them to death with my trusty stick, resulting in a foul-smelling ichor. Using fibrous palm bark as tinder, I tried to strike a spark from a rock. It is harder than it looks, and I fear this place has already taken a toll upon my strength. Only I had a flint. With some work and a quick hand, however, I was able to drill my trusty stick between my hands and create an ember. However, it caught and I fed my precious stick to the resulting fire. 4 meat roasts on the fire as I write this, and I can see more of those strange land jellies lurking in the shadows. They seem to fear the fire's light. Luckily, I've gathered enough sticks to keep it burning through the night, so torches might also keep them at bay. Journal entry day 4. Today has been a day of armaments. I tore the boar's leather into a sling and bashed the stone I was carrying into bullets. I've even taken another of my precious sticks and used the fire to harden its point into a spear. I have seen jaguars prowling about, and I intend to kill one for a prize. Day 6. Severely mauled by a jaguar, it has taken me 2 days to nurse my wounds and recover. I dare not let my precious fire go out, for I dearly need the rest. In my explorations, however, I spied the entrance to another cave. I suspect it leads to the far side of the island, across the bay. Judging by the plume of smoke, the fire there is large and burns continuously. I'd best find some means of making my fire portable if I intend to keep this new cave's inhabitants at bay. Foul-smelling ichor from the land jellies looks flammable, so perhaps I could fashion some kind of crude torch with it. Day 7. I have squandered all my wood on weapons and experiments with torches. To my horror, all the driftwood that washed ashore today was sudden and useless, and I've already used all the tinder I could find. With nothing left to fuel it, my precious fire has sputtered and gone out. As I write this, the last of the daylight is still keeping the land jellies at bay. I know it will not last. I can only pray that my crude weapons will see me through the night. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, this is a fire pit, not an actual hole into the ground. Not a tunnel. Drawing on your collection of precious tinder, you build a small pile at the center of the fire pit. You wonder how best to light it. Flint. As you strike the flint, a shower of sparks falls upon the dry tinder. It lights easily. A small flame flickers before you, though it won't last for long. It bathes the area with enough light to ward off any predators. We could create a torch. You coat the stick in the smelly ichor and thrust it in the flames. The ichor catches blazing brightly. That didn't last long. We don't have a weapon anymore. Close your eyes and sleep, safe in the knowledge that the fire will keep any predators at bay. Right, so we need a weapon. We have some darts. I think I can fashion a hammer. It's an interesting mechanic. Fire and light are valuable here. I think I could do something with the rock. I need a weapon. I don't have leather strips. You don't have a stick, and you don't have something to dive with. Right, we basically have darts then. An ability to block damage a little bit through their ghost visage. Right, I'm gonna need another weapon. We need to basically kill troglodytes.
I'll see you cut asunder.
We're at least 2 boars here. One regular and one dire boar.
Only I will walk away.
How fast are you? Faster than I am. This only gives me a sling, pretty much. Raw meat, leather hide. I need a stout stick before I can do anything. To reach that driftwood. That allows me to produce an actual weapon. I used one to rest, one to make a torch, third to make a weapon. You can use the fire to make a spear, but I don't think we want to make that. I think I might have the skills to actually use the weapon to. I'm 100% sure on that, so that's a little bit of a problem. Yes, wood is good. Long stick. Huh. It is something I can use though, definitely. It's not a dexterity weapon, that's the main problem with it. It's a two-handed weapon, I can do sneak attacks with it, so it'll probably do a lot of damage. That's the cave that likely leads away from this place. And it's pretty much the only place I can still go to. There's one extra driftwood, and that'll be it. Question is, how do we want to use it? Try to manufacture something new, or try to rest again? Because a dire boar is not a trivial opponent. Not sure I want to use the ghostly visage on it, so.
You breathe your last.
Good one. 42 save versus paralysis. Um, it's actually fairly tough to resist. Sturdy stick. This might be more in line with what we can use effectively. I could make a core weapon out of it. What about this? Double-ended torch. Short bow. Bundle of arrows. Spear. We do have ranged weapons, so we don't want to make another. We need to test what is the short stick item. Why cannot I use it? Maul, bundle of arrows, torch. What exactly is a maul, technically? It is a club. It doesn't have the negatives of the stick weapon. Enchantment penalty -1, so harder to hit, less damage. This is a fine weapon. Not a good one, but a fine weapon. None of the negatives. Not sure that was worth it though. We're in a condition where we can't really continue. We'll have to make some kind of a fire pit. We do have a torch for the cave. I think the entire point of this place is basically for you to have a torch for this particular cave. That allows you to abate the wildlife. It didn't seem to be all that aggressive here either, so I could easily just bypass it. The cave seems dark and dangerous. Luckily you brought a torch to light the way. Jelly caves. They have true sight, so this is not gonna work. I mean, sneaking around is not gonna work. They seem to be sort of paralyzed when they get into the light. There's nothing here for us to really do. Right, trying to run through that without having a light source is pretty much a death sentence. Okay, not bad. The entire purpose seems to have been to just have a torch. Nothing else is required. So, interesting. Better be stealthy, just to be sure. Even if the enemy spots us, it at least gives us time before the enemy reacts to our presence here. It's a slight advantage. Also, I'm not sure if I need an fire pit anymore to rest. I might. I mean, what's the point of food otherwise? North Shore, abandoned camp. Island look like this. No, village is here and sacred cave is over there. Then where is sacred wood? Sacred wood and sacred fire are inside village. Not in sacred cave? That makes no sense. Sacred cave for old gods, not for wood and fire. Here, I call it sacred village then.
Only I will walk away.
Fire hardened spear. You can burn it if nothing else. Crude sling, crush stone bullets. They do more. They do less damage. That's about it. Anyway, sneaking seems to be somewhat useful at least. Gain new information. We are not reckless, we can control the situation. Troglodyte map. Map in the sand. Map in the sand. Right. You stare at the crude map the troglodytes had made in the sand. 2 points of interest are marked upon it. Lore. Decipher the writing beside the point of interest. This might work because I have some intellect, but it could also easily fail. Success. According to the map, there are caves to the west with a word you interpret as home. There's a jungle to the east with a word you interpret as the old gods. The hunting party had been heading in that direction. Good for us. I'm not sure if we want to go into the troglodyte camp. Just because it's troublesome does not mean that it's not a place we want to go. Nah. Troglodytes haven't been that bad, and if there's not a huge amount of it, then I have a chance to rest somewhere, we should be able to deal with it. Sturdy, stick, and some tinder. If I could fire the fire pit, I could also cook the meat I have. It's probably some sort of a healing item. Otherwise, I don't really see the point. I mean, I don't have to eat or anything. So just putting it suddenly as a food item would seem odd. Long stick. Right, there's no opposition technically here, so this is probably where you're first intended to go. There's a potential fire pit here too, no? Scorch marks. Fire elemental. Boogaboo. Boo. Boogaba. Boogababla. Run away, you stupid troglodyte. We've been fairly warned. I'll see if I can rest. No. Not a huge surprise. Let's see the situation with the troglodytes. I'm not sure how dangerous they are as a group at the moment. I mean, how many there even are there. The situation might not actually be that bad. If it's a huge amount, then it's out of our region. We'll have to go to the old god temple. There's also that North Shore abandoned camp. Actually, that seems like the most sensible place to go at the moment. We need extra equipment as much as possible, armor especially, because if I have to fight, then no armor situation isn't exactly great. No troglodyte guards. Well, we have a lot of wood at this point. We have a decent amount of stone, so if we really want to manufacture something, I guess we can. Pretty sure I saw some boars here at some point. So what the hell happened to those? There we go. Dire boar. And see me? I might be able to kill it. But would it do any good? Not particularly. And it could cost me quite a bit. Right, I'm not sure. The boar is not fighting the fullest. Ghostly Visage will protect me for some time. But yeah, not enough. I have 1 point of life. Without the Ghostly Visage I would have died a long time ago. In order to kill it, we're probably better off just trying to go into the camp and bypass it, try to get a fire pit there. But I might be able to kill it if I can get a death attack on it. If it rages, we need to vamoose.
I'll see you cut asunder.
We did get a chance to do the paralysis with us. He made the saving throws. But that has a reasonable chance of working. At the same time, I could have just gone in the camp easily enough. Give killing the Direboar another chance before going into the camp. But the camp is definitely a better, more sensible option. Okay, I did not even manage to do a single attempt. Terrible dice rolls and then it's too late. Just god awful rolls. 2 good attempts and I don't need that good of a dice roll to hit either. I guess I'll just let it go for now. The fact that we do need those dice rolls to have any kind of a chance means that we probably should just let it go for now. Fully rested, it wouldn't matter if the dice rolls work or not. Right. So our safe haven. Beat a stick. You had to stick to the fire, causing the flames to leap higher. The blaze should burn longer now, I hope. Roast some meat. The raw meat cooks quickly over the open flames. It now looks safe to eat. Rest. I don't want to know what unwanted guests would be in this case. It doesn't really matter, no matter what it is, I cannot survive it really. Or it requires luck to the extent that it's not sensible to try to get through it. Anything else we can do from the leather? Nothing too interesting. I wasn't exactly expecting us to be able to craft an armor out of it. I still wondered. You never know. Cooked meat. Let's try one. I have no idea what happened. Yeah, we'll have to go after the pig. Well, we don't have to do shit, but I want to go after the pig. I should have at least another hit. Terrible attack rolls. just doesn't make sense. The boar is way too dangerous. I basically I can't rest all that much, and fighting the boar unless the initial sneak attack strikes hit. It's a huge drain in more hit points in exchange for basically 100 experience points. The fight wouldn't be bad if I had some kind of an armor. I think we're just going to go to the Troglodyte caves. I want to at the very least see what kind of opposition we would have to face here. What kind of potential gains. Smells so bad that that's basically it. Didn't even have a chance to do anything. The stench of your troglodyte attacker still lingers in your nostrils, unwilling to fade. You seem to be growing accustomed to it, however, though it still leaves you too weak to stand. Harsh voices mutter in the distance. Humberly gives us a gift, Father. Tonight we will feast in her honor. Yes, Aktul, the new god brings us this flesh to reward us for our faith. As long as we worship her, she will founder their foolish ships upon our shores. The almighty Umberly provides for us. If we pray, we will never go hungry. There shall always be sacred wood for our fires. We shall grow strong with the gods and their steel. Enough, you grow weak with your father's lies, Aktul. You defile the old gods. You turn your face from Leogzed for a promise of food and baubles from a weakling goddess of the warm bloods. The island has food enough, had you only the skill to hunt it. Ah, have you lost your taste for elven flesh, Garm? The old goddess are dead. The old gods are dead, and a new goddess has arisen. I am still king of this island, and you will worship Umberly as I command. Someday your water witch will take back her warm-blooded teeth, my king. As for the meat, lock her away till she regains her strength. I fight what I eat rather than growing weak on a goddess's handout. Their hissing surrounds you, and you succumb once again to the dark. Left me with my full gear though, for some reason. Ceremonial fighting ring. Yeah, I'm not sure I wanted to get to this, but we're here, we might as well see where this goes. Ha! When Garm defeats you, there'll be elven soup. Now get out there. I'm getting hungry. Who is this Garm anyway? He's big and tough and likes the taste of elven meat. You'll see him in the ring, Warmblood. It's not like we have much of an option. Yeah, so fully equipped troglodyte with a good weapon versus me with my rags and a makeshift club, basically. Armor class decreased though, so that's a boon for us. Bad thing is I really can't do anything but just attack normally. Yeah, this is... But good thing I saved here.
Have you now?
I am with you.
See how weak you are, warm blood. Tonight we shall feast and celebrate the old gods.
I might as well try to pull off. This is a totally hopeless fight for my character. He's a fighter, so he'll get 2 attacks. He's more accurate, he has more hit points, he does more damage. He attacks twice the amount I do. There's a theoretical chance that we might get enough of dice rolls to go our way, but that, again, it's such a desperation move that no. DC 2, yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed. Feign death. Troglodyte falls for your simple ruse. He draws near, his breath foul. Your grip tightens around a jagged rock. Mustering all your remaining strength, you drive it into your opponent's head.
Enough! Garm surrenders to your cunning, warm blood. May Leaugzed and the old gods bless this mighty beast that you lay claim to.
Who is this Leaugzed you speak of?
Leaugzed is the god who rules, the eldest of the old gods and lord of them all. He created my people out of mud and sand and made us strong. He gave us the sun to bask in by day and fire to warm us by night. My father Garshta had been Leaugzed's priest until Utna became the eater of Garshta and named himself king. Under Utnal, my king have strayed from the old ways that made us strong, but Garm has not forgotten, warm blood. Now, accept my surrender and lay claim to this beast, eater of Garm. It is the last one that Leaugzed and the old gods have the power to bless.
Fine, I accept your surrender. It's not like I have any chance of winning a fight, so...
You promise it then, warm blood? Swear it. Swear on whatever you hold dear that you will be the eater of Garm.
I have no idea, so I'm going to have to eat him. Huh? Right. I'm not sure. I don't particularly want to make vows, so I'll lie. I'm not sure if I'm gonna eat him or not.
Leaugzed blesses it, eater of Garm. My flesh less yours to do with as you please. Until you grow hungry, Garm shall serve you in all things.
So did I get a sidekick for this area? Yes, I did. So what was the fight really? Against a level 7 fighter cleric. Hit points 119 versus my 37. So yeah. 2 attacks, double axe plus 1. 18, 16, 20, 0, 10, 17, 8. Holy shit. Cheating stats. I think I'll leave things here. With the help of Garm, we should have no real trouble fighting. The trouble now is to get Garm to be the front man who actually starts the fight, so I can do the backstab. Looks like we have to go to the Temple of the Old Gods, try to do something here. As long as the Umberlee is in control of the Troglodyte clan, we're probably not gonna achieve much. It's pretty clear that Umberlee is behind all the troubles with the ships and the prophetic image. Actually, I don't think it's a prophetic image in a sense. I think it is an image what the Umberlee basically pushes toward to do. Like I don't have a good analog here. Good comparison. It is like if you have a god of something, you would have a mental image of what it tries to do in the world. So Umberlee would basically try to drown everything and the land into the sea. But it does not mean that it's some kind of a future image, guaranteed. It's more of a indication that the statue has a strong connection with Umberlee somehow.